What happened last time, guys?
We continued to fight against creativity, and things were pretty bad, but we started kind of getting through and started making our way through each said head. A bunch of shenanigans went on, but essentially, towards the end of the fight, Kai went into the body and cradled the real creativity, and the beast went away. Everyone kind of gathered and had some words. As they talked to creativity, he started fading away, but he touched a potion and made that boy right there.
He's a good boy.
That boy specifically for Kailthas. So then we went back to, I guess, like the main portion of the city. And hold up. I feel like I'm mixing things up. We went back to the city. No, I think we were just on the way back to the city. I think
we literally ended saying we were headed back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah, everything you said was absolutely correct. As you guys finished the fight, all the other fey creatures showed up to see your victory. You also noticed that Hubris, the Crimson Dragon, has flown away from the situation, as you guys, in your success, it no longer needed to be there. The others provide you with transportation to return back to the Domain of Wind, if you guys so choose to return.
Yes.
That sounds nice.
Right.
Considering I think we have like maybe 30 HP between all of us.
Yeah.
Even though
like we went 10 rounds with Mike Tyson.
I know mine was lower, but I think when I leveled up, it reset itself.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine. The balloon gets attacked.
I know my spells are completely depleted.
D level now.
Have no chi.
But on the back of Jeweled Protectors, you guys are able to return back to the city for a long rest. Though, if any of you wish to do anything before,
Kai is immediately going to try to find Helena, figure out where creativity potentially reincarnated, hopefully already, and if so, she's going to give him a hug and go to sleep next to him.
What time of day do we arrive?
Cause you guys woke up that day, went shopping, flew out to find creativity and fight creativity. So it's like still more or less middle of the day, like maybe say like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
I would think it'd be starting to get pretty late or so, or at least
on the fly back for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I know what I want to do. As soon as she gets up, I'm going to say, like, go to the nearest store, buy some pillows, go to Appy's, and do what you promised. It's just like, I'm tired, my everything hurts. I got you some pillows. I'm just going to take a nap here. And she's just going to pass the fuck out. I should get Appy's some pillows. Because it has been a day.
Yeah.
And she is hurt.
Kailthas walks up behind you, steals one of your pillows, and goes, "Oh look, a new dog bed."
Nice.
Leona's already knocked the fuck out by the time you do that.
But as you guys arrive, you do you are greeted by Helena, and as the party drops off from the Jeweled Protectors, You see behind Helena a certain individual that is kind of acting a little shy. And
Big ol' hug.
yeah, it was this lady. No, he's like he's kind of taken back.
I know you don't know me right now, and that will change. But please let me have this moment.
When you say that, Helena is over your shoulder and gives him a reassuring smile, and he kind of goes in for the hug as well.
We are gonna do so much art and creative things over the next couple, however long we decide to stay. But it's going to be fun.
I tell Animus to say hello.
Animus walks up to as Kai if Kai lets him down.
She's holding on to him, but
yeah.
she's definitely not preventing,
yeah.
but she's still holding
on. As you lean down, so creativity can interact with Animus. It's like it's almost like a kinship immediately. Like they completely understand each other, and it's also just like immediate comfort between both of them. And immediate best friends kind of thing.
Tail immediately wags.
Yep. Licks face. But with that, I believe everybody, as they see you as very tired, they allow you to find a place to sleep if you all wish to still do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do rest dissertation on creativity because yeah, I'm still bleeding.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that.
What's this red stuff?
Paint. And we shall do a lot of painting later.
That's where you were chewing on him. Or Kai. Is Kai her?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
That little picture, if you my character's pictures there.
Mm-hmm. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming pronouns and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, for those who are sleeping, go ahead and give a long rest, and if you haven't already leveled yourselves, definitely do so.
I say I will eventually sleep, but first Kailthas puts the new dog bed down for Aminus, and then was like, well, I don't believe you've had anything to eat. Not sure what do you even eat. In the meantime, I'm gonna go up to the roof. So I climb up to the roof, and I'm just gonna lay there watching the sky.
All right.
Feels good getting all these resources back.
Yeah. After weeks of slowly watching them go away. All right. But as the following day occurs, you are all free to do as you wish. Unless you guys want to do things together, I can go down the line of what each character wishes to do.
Like I said previously, Kai is between doing stuff with creativity and performing and trying to earn some more money. Among the communing with her sword and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on how many days.
You guys get a week off.
So
Now, Now you can also say this day I hang out with so and so, this day I do this, or on the whole week I do this. So.
I know, like I already explained to you, each night you guys would notice that Kailthas has not been going to see Panthea, and actually has been trying to kind of hide from her. But each night he sends Amanus with a flower to leave on her pillow.
I makes notes.
Yeah. I think the only other character I was going to steal was Joey, because I wanted his magical abilities.
Yeah.
Kailthas does want to have a conversation with Avaris at some point.
Mm-hmm. Joey can definitely go with Avaris. In whatever Avaris needs. I'm assuming
Can you use magic abilities for?
Hmm?
What was
Can
that?
you use magic abilities for?
Yeah.
I don't have magic, you do come with me.
Yeah.
I have magic.
It's funny. Avaris is the only one that doesn't have magic.
Magical fist.
Yeah, true. You know how to punch ghosts, that's for sure.
Yep.
And you change shape.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, essentially I wanted to detect magic, and I was fairly certain anybody else has it.
Are you cutting out for anyone else?
Just
I do not detect magic on me, so
just a split second there for Noelle.
I see.
Was it like really broken, or was it robot?
Broken.
Just broken.
It's fine now. It was just in that moment. For real fast for Kailthas, what you guys basically don't see is when Animus takes the flower to Panthea, it's kind of that moment of just like, what is this creature and why is it bringing me flowers? But quickly realizing who it's from, Animus sees like almost a sad face, and just like she kind of kneels down and actually like we're just strangely enough for no reason just hugs Animus. And she kind of like accepts his visits every single time, and even eventually like asks for a vase for each flower to put in. But yeah, as for Avaris, where exactly would you like to go?
He was going to go back to essentially the burnt area,
Mm-hmm.
and he's essentially was going to scope out to see if, for certain, the corruption has been gone, and if he finds any corruption, he's going to collect it.
Gotcha.
And then point it out.
For Kailthas, would you like to see Avaris before they leave, or?
Well, if this is like the first day, I can catch him on one of the other days.
Gotcha. I guess here's another question, Avaris. How much of an adventure is this going to be? Like, are you going to take a couple days? Are you going to take just a day?
In terms of like experiments and stuff, you will need to come back at most 2 days, but just a day. I'm not sure how much exploring he'll get done in a day, but if it's not a lot, then it's not a lot.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Let's say, like, if you're going to go for 2 days, go ahead and make me either 2 survival checks or basically what you following the thing for the potion brewing and ingredients. Whatever check you need in order to search. You can do two of those checks with advantage because Joey is helping you.
Okay.
So
do day 1, that's survival. Find that and still survival, so we'll do 2. I see how it's going to be.
Well, it's a good thing Joe is helping you because 16 and 18. Give me 1 second, because you are able to find from the ingredients that you were looking for. You are able to find at least for the ink, you're definitely able to find charcoal. For the alchemist fire, you were able to purchase flasks of oil from any of the vendors, so that's no issue. But for the fire elemental essence, that one you would also have to see if you can purchase from them. But with those survival checks, you do find certain parts of the forest still on fire with the crimson flame, and you believe that is also a fairly good substitute.
Alright.
I believe you're also looking for potion of mana, correct?
Yeah, so that one has a very weird one. It's called Fairy something?
Pixie's Parasol.
Yeah, so that one, I think will probably be harder to find, so
luckily with those survival checks, I believe you're able to find those because I'm assuming those are either mushrooms or things from pixies and stuff like that. And luckily you're in the Feywild, so
yeah.
The only thing that's missing for the potion of mana is dragon's blood.
Mm-hmm.
That one you'll have to find on your own or from the vendors. As for the corruption itself, I'm gonna need you to make 1 more survival check with advantage to see if you find anything. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
As you look around, it is fairly difficult to find anything left of the corruption. As you can see of the cleansing fire from Hubris, it seems to have almost left no trace of it. You also see if this spread any further, a good portion of the forest would be decimated by this fire. And it fairly much reaches past or up to where the Wanderer was walking, and slightly out of the forest of where the ritual site was. You can't seem to find active corruption similar to the Fey creatures or the Fey corrupted creatures. But you were able to find remnants of it, but it is inactive. So, imagine the Venom symbiote, but not moving or dead. Is the best way of me describing it.
Okay, I like that.
Basically, there's no form of it taking hold again and restarting.
Varys kind of pokes it with knife first, and then kind of like, does it keep its viscosity, or is it pretty hard?
It depends on where you find it. In like the tree bark, it's basically as if like the mixture of burnt wood and the little bit of corruption left on it. If it's on like plant fibers and stuff like that, or animals themselves, then it copies the same structure of what it's currently touching.
Can I get 2 different samples between the 2 different animals? One of plant and one of animal?
Yes.
Okay.
With that survival check, you definitely can.
Alright.
Forget that Kailthas is poor.
I forgot to add one thing actually before, as you guys wake up. You guys are rewarded. In this case, it is basically straight up 1,400 gold.
No longer poor.
Each, yeah.
Ooh.
This is definitely no small task to complete, so you guys were rewarded as such. So, yeah, each of you have 1,400 gold to spend.
Bitchin'.
Still broke, bitch.
Always broke. As Avaris returns, go ahead and give me how you would think Avaris would complete the task of like analyzing the corruption or what's left of it. It can either be an Arcana, another survival, anything like that. Just basically explain to me the theme of like how you Avaris would do it.
So he's going to kind of draw up on his medicine abilities. Essentially, he's kind of looking at it as more like an infection disease. And now that he has like essentially a sample that he's using, he's trying to see what it's reacts to and what prevents it from moving and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, like, if it can't go through, like, inanimate objects as he sees, he can keep it contained. But if it can spread on, like, glass and stuff like that, he's mostly in terms of, like, analyzing, he's just doing kind of trial and error experiments.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me that roll, so it would be a medicine check, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was gonna say also with advantage, but yeah, 17. Because I'm assuming Joey would be helping you in this situation. You kind of discover that like this version of the corruption is definitely not an airborne type of thing. It is almost like touch, but it seems to also affect like any, as you've seen, it's like able to affect any substance it kind of like gets a hold of. Whether it be human, plant, even just the stone and rocks on the ground, as like seen in the golems. It seems to like take hold of any physical substance and then become something new. The biggest thing you are able to notice is that the way the corruption works is that similar to how the aspects kind of represent a personality or a mood, or an ideal, the corruption kind of forces that onto a creature. So in this case, it was forcing that hopelessness onto the creature, or the plant, or even the stones itself. So, depending on the corruption, it forces whatever that corruption is onto it, and creates something that represents it. But yeah, that's what you're able to discover.
That is a interesting result. I'm sure Joey's taking all these notes.
Yep.
But Avaris does keep this in his brain.
As also like a special for kind of discovering this as well, and depending if would Avaris share this with Silica.
Like what he discovered?
Yeah.
Probably, honestly. He has no reason to be deeply suspicious of her, other than I know other people are like, she stabbed her companion.
In that case, Whisper would have joined you guys, and just to like basically bodyguarding you, just to make sure that you guys were protected in searching for your findings. When you did have your findings, she would reward you for sharing what you guys found, and in return giving you you and Joey both 500 gold each.
Nice.
It also seems like when you guys woke up, Silica has already departed. Though she did leave Dove and Whisper behind. Whisper to, spend the time with you guys to see these experiments through, and also Dove to assist and help with certain things throughout the kingdom as well. But yeah, would Avaris like to do anything else?
Let other people to go first.
Okay. Kailthas.
I had a conversation for Avaris.
Yep.
So one of the times where Avaris is not surrounded by people or busy, Kailthas is going to ask if they could speak in private.
Avaris is currently in his lizard folk form, kind of turns over to you and gives you a curious head tilt. Of course. Do you want to a room or to a secluded area, like a balcony?
A room would be fine, just don't want a lot of people watching. So, finding a place, Kailthas will ask, so I noticed with your kind, you often change the way you look. I was wondering, all the times that you change, is there ever a time that you forget what you really look like?
Unfortunately, that's not an ability I have. Though it would be very nice. But this, as he kind of gestures to his form, is just merely a form. It is, I am still the base form somewhere. I can't change that base form.
But no matter how it changed, you'd never forget then.
No, that's not an ability.
And you see the little bit of sadness in Kailthas.
You feel like you've forgotten yourself. That's what I'm getting from that request.
Mm. He's still struggling with the fact that he can't remember exactly who he is.
What season are you currently?
DM?
Roll for it. Currently, you're not being forced to turn into any seasons, so it's kind of like the rules of what you woke up as for today.
I say, was it a D4, I believe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth one.
Is this the elusive winter?
Which is, I guess, fitting for his depressed mood, because winter is generally looking as depressed and sad.
Emotional damage.
As one shapeshifter to another, your shapeshifting abilities, well, giving you quite a different form. It's actually a little bit more different than I, because you're almost changing. I wouldn't say souls, because I don't entirely know that you're not all still one soul. Just like a dice, you're turning one to face up, but it's all still one dice. But that is merely my thoughts on the matter. And perhaps if you've forgotten the core is still there. It's not lost. Perhaps forgotten, but not lost.
Maybe someday. And he just kind of walks off.
Avaris kind of gives a head scratch. Not very good at this comforting thing. It's always a problem. My patience. He kind of just watches you leave for a moment before heading back.
Mm-hmm.
Would Kailthas like to do anything else?
I didn't think of anything else. So.
Okay. And after that conversation, or well, even before it, you would have moments of catching memories here and there, but not full developed memories. But after that conversation, going deeper into the week, some of the memories start to come in clearer. And eventually, one night, you have a dream. If you're able to find yourself. You find yourself in a familiar forest, similar to the one you guys are in the Domain of Wind, but for you, Kailthas, this one is familiar to you as the Feywilds back at home. And you recognize the season. And I believe it is spring. What would you
am I
wish to
waking
do?
up am I waking up on the ground, or what's my character like at the moment?
You have that moment of like you close your eyes to go to sleep, and then you immediately reopen them and find yourself standing in the forest.
So I take a moment to look around and go, I'm back home? Just utter confusion at the moment.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah, not great. Just looking around confused.
You in that moment, just looking around confused, you feel something bump into the back of your leg.
Oh, hello there, little friend.
And the memories of you finding this little guy start to flow back. And as they do, you hear a younger voice, and you eventually see this individual coming across the forest towards you.
Like at a young age, I imagine.
Yep.
Hello there.
So this will be, if you wish to have basically the conversation with yourself, because I believe you know more about his memories than I do. And
yeah, I gotta pull it up because I wasn't ready for it.
Got him. Action, go.
You have a DM conversation with yourself.
So you guys watch as the young Kailthas just walks up to the little rabbit Snowdrop and picks him up, and then just looks up at the older Kailthas and goes, "You're not happy, are you? You've forgotten who I am." And then as I touch the younger self, I transition into the memory of my younger self, of all the joy and happiness and the times of playing with Fanthea in the forest. And then when my vision comes through, I'm still sitting there with the younger self and go, I did forget. I'm sorry. Let's play a game. And the younger version goes, Tag, we're it, and walks straight through me.
In that moment, you immediately wake up, and you feel the flood of those memories of those joyous occasions. Back in the Silly Court, again, like you said, playing with Fanthea, meeting Snowdrop, and also just the flood of emotions of, you know, feeling the pure joy return back.
Yep. So for those who don't know, joy has returned. And if anyone was sleeping near Kale, he wakes up with tears of happiness.
You alright, Kailthas?
I will be. And just kind of brushes it off.
Alright. You gonna be okay for the rest of the night, or something?
I think I'll be better than okay.
That's good. Good for you.
I just imagine Leona popping a window to the roof and hey Kailthas, you good?
There's a cry.
Hey, after everything that's gone on, Leo's just like, I am trying to be
Yeah.
a person.
I imagine after the first time meeting Kailthas and having that first interaction, you kind of periodically check on him.
Yeah, Leo just looks like, I want to make sure he's gonna be okay. I worry about this strange elf man. Oh, and are you in your winter form right now?
I actually think it would have changed.
Yeah,
Don't you?
I would imagine either you can choose either it's the spring or
I think it's spring right now.
yeah.
Okay, because Leona looks different from what she usually does.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give him the description.
So, when you look at Leona, you now see her eyes are just completely green, like just completely bright emerald. Her mouth looks like it has full of
You cut out.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Her skin's like a few shades
There you
paler than what should be healthily possible, towards concerning. Oh, and also she now has these really large, thick black ram's horns coming out either side of her head that curve backwards.
Well, those are definitely. Looks at the horns. Well, those are definitely new.
Oh, yeah. This is what I actually look like. This is what happens when you sign on with someone like my patron. But glad to see you're doing okay.
Which I'm gonna roll real quick because I haven't.
She's still having shark teeth again. It'd be weird.
Let's see. Every day is the greatest day of my life, so today is just perfect for me. And let's see. My flaw is toils for drudges. Yours should be a life of leisure. So I'm lazy yet happy.
The world's most optimistic stoner.
And with that, we can transition to Leona. Leona, what is it that you wish to do?
For one, after the whole fight with creativity, Leona had the idea of since she still plans on doing what I've been talking to you about, she wants to go into the library and see if there's been any paladins or such that have drawn their power not from a god or deity or something but from an actual aspect of something the aspect or ideal of something create justice or retribution or something like that, and see if it's possible to do what she wants to do going forward. Because she realized maybe she took the sign from creativity maybe I should stop depending on my patron so much and draw strength from something more myself. Since
in that search, you actually, funny enough, run into Helena. And... Go ahead.
I just look at it oh, sorry if I was bothering you.
No, not at all. It's fairly hard to have anybody bother me. But you seem like you're looking for something.
Oh, I just tell her what I'm looking for. It's just
and mentioning, drawing power from an ideal and things like that. She kind of looks at you and she kind of gives you are absolutely correct that you can draw your power from such things, though it very much comes from that very powerful ideal. If there's even a moment of wavering in that ideal, then your power might disappear. But it is also finding that power and what it is exactly that you wish to draw your strength from.
What I want to draw my strength from is justice, because I keep seeing a lot of horrible things keep going on, both in the material plane and down here. And I feel like if we can't at least save people from what's going on down here, we should at least do them a service of making sure that if we can't save them, we can be damn sure to avenge them, because they deserve justice and retribution for what's happening to them. And I want to draw my strength from that, because in my fight with creativity, I realized from that the only reason why I succeeded with my patron is because I did something for myself without having to call on her as much, and made me start thinking that I've been looking at my relationship with them wrong, because at the end of the day, they're not a god, they're what they are. And as such, I know that while I still respect them and will want to do everything I can to in their name, I want to draw upon power from something that I can still uphold to my ideals as well.
Go ahead.
Because all I want to do is just be a superhero. That's all I really wanted.
In a way, I have a familiar ideal. I want to help where I definitely can, provide people the freedom of choice in their life and fight for that. But do be very careful in your journey. Depending...
If I may...
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. If I may, Helena, I think you've been doing a fantastic job of what you've been doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But like I said, do be careful on your path, as trying to find that justice, especially your ideal of justice or anybody's ideal of justice, not everyone will see the same thing. And depending on how you use that justice, whether it be in spitefulness, anger, even for good reasons, it can lead into a really dark path. So be careful not to get lost in it.
Oh, well. I don't think I'll have to worry about that too much. I mean, I've got all these great people around me. I think they'll be able to help make sure I can stay where I need to go to get what I need to do.
That's very true.
And thank you for your counsel, Lady Helena. I actually appreciate it.
She kind of does like a slight bow and keeps walking.
And Leona just goes back to seeing how she's going to do this because, oh boy. Other than that, Leona wants to we'll go by join Applebee's place again and be like, when we want to get some amp her flame tongue up, be like, go from being flame tongue to lightning. So a lightning.
Gotcha. I will have to go to the notes on that of how much that would be because I forgot. Of the base one at least. But yeah, as you go visit Apathy and Joy, it's kind of funny. It's as you arrive, it's kind of the opposite of it's actually Joy asleep, and Apathy kind of slowly working around, and you actually find Apathy making potions. And just you see the expression on her face of just hating existence currently. This is the job she hates the most, the part of the job she hates the most.
Leona understands that pain as just the same look I got after Mom would make me read scriptures.
But she definitely it's gives you the head what's up.
I'm like, hey, you got anything around here where I told her if I want to try and get my flame tongue to be for lightning and stuff.
Yeah, of course. You could check out those new things that Dove lady brought in.
And I did mention. Oh, and I did actually get Apathy. I was wondering how much would it cost for me to get those new pills for Apathy, like I said.
Oh, yeah. Depends how, because you're buying pillows from her or for her?
For her.
For her? It depends how expensive your tastes are. How much do you want to put into it?
150.
150? All right. She kind of she kind of gives you a strange head tilt and raised eyebrows why are you being so nice to me?
Because I can.
All right. Shrugs and takes the pillow.
The strangest face imaginable. It's I want to be nice to you. You seem pretty cool.
You're pretty cool too. When I first saw you, I thought I was totally not going to like you because you had that, pretty face and, thought you were going to be really stuck up. But you're all right.
Oh, trust me, that is me. That's my bitch sister, Valentina. But yeah. No. That's a hard no.
And then she kind of pulls out one of the lightning charms. And hands it to you, and it's this one's half off for the pillow, so it's only 200.
Oh, thank you. I give him the 200.
All right, I'm going to take my fifth break of the day, and grabs the pillow and starts walking back behind the counter.
Hey, you deserve it. And let me know if you want me to get you anything else while I'm still around.
You just see a thumbs up on the other side of the counter, and it's oh, by the way, if you want to also just chill, you can definitely come back here and also take a nap.
That sounds amazing because ever since I got here, I am so stressed.
If you want, you can borrow my displacement blanket I've been using. You can't have it, but you can definitely borrow it while we sleep. It's so comfy.
That sounds amazing. Thank you, Apathy.
The DM is portraying what he wants to be doing.
Yeah. Sleeping right now. I'm embracing my apathy right now.
Yeah, Leona will take the lightning charm and be like, thanks, and just head out.
I didn't even need to get into character for that.
Yeah. So I'll like walk down and just like start messing with the lightning charm to fix on the like flame tongue.
All right. Indeed, switches the elemental type. The also interesting thing about it is that because I believe your packed weapon can automatically like turn it into a spell focus, correct? Or is that the improved packed weapon thing?
Hang on, let me check for Pact for the Blade real quick.
Yeah, I think it's improved packed weapon that turns into a spell focus. Regardless, with the weapon charm, that also turns it into a spell focus as well. So, regardless, you basically have your weapon is a spell focus.
Well, that's awesome. I was like, thank you, Apathy. You're amazing. And see, in Celestial, it's like, oh man, my new friends are great, and just keeps going on with our business.
As you go down for a nap, we go to Kai.
Okay.
And oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
DM.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming hanging out with Creativity and Helena.
So there's kind of like a schedule to her day, and for 7 days, in the morning she kind of help people nearby, cheer them up, do a little prep and stuff, a little quick performance, just to cheer up their day. Then the majority of the day, spend time with Creativity, Helena, painting, creating art. But around like late afternoon, to evening time, where the taverns will be like real busy, she will go and perform, and it will be a story about love and loss, and it's kind of a dual story. It's kind of about the old Creativity, him, kind of dying and being reborn. And it's also about Kailthas, and Anthea. Is not outright saying, what the story is about, but it is about that, and it's a dual kind of story that could, mirror both of, their stories of like, loss, rebirth, and look into a future. She will be trying to make gold each one of those days. Then before she kind of ends her day, she will start watching the stars, like sunset and stars, if Creativity wants, because she knows, or she definitely heard that he loves the stars. And then to end each day, she would commune with her sword.
Okay.
And then also want to do small shopping, but depends where.
We could definitely end off as the group comes back together for a good old group shopping session. But at the beginning of your day of like helping people and stuff like that, there's even moments of just like in some of those days when Helena's not busy, like helping rebuild and just doing goddess duties. She does kind of like do the polymorph in disguise and
sneaks off
with you to like generally just help you with them. And she does bring like Creativity with them, and it's funny like when on some of those days that she is with you, but it's funny is like the people in town know of Creativity, and they actually know beforehand the situation. So it's not like some of them brought up what happened. They kind of treat him as the new Creativity. In one instance of you alone helping people, you come across a woman with black hair, fairly tan skin, and she seems to be setting up like she's selling fruits and vegetables, but the
Mm-hmm.
main thing is apples.
Mm.
And you kind of if you wish to help, just set up and stuff like that in the general.
Yeah, she's gonna help. She's definitely gonna help. As she's helping, she's like sneaking prestidigitation. Yeah, that word. Each apple, so it is like very squeaky
Very
clean
shiny.
and yeah, looks very delicious and whatnot. But yeah, she'll help set up before, heading out for the day.
As you do that, she kind of has a moment with you of just thank you very much. And she kind of notices you, cleaning, magically cleaning the apples and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of has a moment of just you. It's funny. I don't mean to tell you my life story or anything like that, but
Go ahead and unload on me.
you almost I almost would imagine that's what my daughter would look like. I don't know how much you're a spirit here, but you can say that me and my husband are waiting for our daughter to arrive here. And hopefully we kind of run this apple stand or this fruit stand just to see if we can catch her or see her.
Well, in the meantime, I hope it brings happiness, and I'm sure your daughter is loving the memory of you and cherishing every moment she had. She's probably enjoying life, and hopefully she's no rush to join you. Sorry. But
Oh,
in
no.
time she will.
I do hope that you're absolutely correct. And
Touch that bowl.
Annie.
as you walk away from that stall, you do see her husband returning with more of the fruits and stuff like that for the stall, or and you notice that he's
a tabaxi.
He's a male tabaxi.
You son of a bitch, I know. She will never return. Damn. Back in character, she smiles.
Oh man. As for your performances,
I was thinking about him like, you son of a bitch, don't do it. And he did
it. As for your performances, remember that no emotional damage for shopping? Yeah. No, it was coming. Go ahead and roll me performance rolls.
One for each day.
Yep.
She has advantage.
Yep.
She's also part of her performance guidance in herself and prestidigitation, sparks, and everything to amplify her performances. So number 1. Boop. Oh shit, yeah. Let's just go with it. Let's just keep that. Number 2. Number 3. Oh yeah.
Oof,
Number
Jesus
4.
Christ.
Number 5. 5th day's not so great. Well,
I like it's just 231s.
And number 7.
What the fuck?
Yes, you use them now.
On those days as well, I mine as well. I mine as well. She would use favored by the gods because why not? So,
What a dick move.
Wow.
so
The power of divine bullshit.
Oh, man.
one, first day, second day, third day, fourth,
Fucking
fifth,
hell.
sixth.
We get it.
This is a new level of fucking me if I have
Let me ask this real fast for Kailthas. Do you roam the city?
Yeah. I was gonna say I recently just sent a message. I was headed to the library.
Yeah. On your on your way to find a book on how to train your new pet familiar thing. You
And how to take care of it because I have no idea what to feed this thing.
You immediately, like throughout town, just hear whispers of just like, did you hear about that new story of that new song about the man and the woman from the Feywild? So you just start hearing the rumors and the stories being picked up of you can guess who the hell it is who's causing it.
And anyone who is nearby watches as Kailthas face steps to the rooftops and
dies of embarrassment.
Leona's just walking about the city, like just happy with her new lightning town. It's just like, huh? Kailthas must be going to see Fanthea. Neat.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it gets to Fanthea as well. Of just the servants in Helena's taking care of Fanthea are even talking about it. So even Fanthea heard about it.
well, my tattoos for being spring are pink, but I think they're going a little red now.
Oh no, summer.
So for some reason, summer is coming out.
Yeah. Well, we always just being like, now what? I wonder if they sell weed here. I wonder if Apathy wants to get high sometime.
As for you, Anthonie, go ahead and roll me 7 d20s.
With advantage, right?
No. they're all straight rolls.
We've had enough advantage. What the fuck?
And then add 140 gold to that, and that's how much you made.
140 plus 93.
233, man. Yeah.
3.
Randomly walks by some people. Aren't you that person from that song? No.
And with that performances as well, you 1 second to see if I can find you in one of the last days of the performance, somebody approaches you.
Mm-hmm.
And she has like a hood on, and she has familiar looking like type of armor of just that you recognize as representing Eladrin.
So she's naked.
No, she's fairly clothed, but because she seems to be fully clothed in the considering she's out and about in the main city.
But it's kind of like symbols.
It's symbols
on an armor. Okay.
Yeah. And you see this individual. And she immediately wow, your performances, I've been randomly seeing them throughout the week. They are amazing.
I appreciate it. All to honor The lady, I take it.
So you do recognize the symbols. I figured as much, but you don't have. Does Kai have those symbols on her?
She pulls the holy amulet out of like her shirt, because it was like a necklace and stuff.
I thought I recognized the dancing.
Wait, is it accurate? Very accurate?
For sure. I'm still having trouble with even grasping some of those, but you are able to do it fairly close to the aspect herself.
I would very much love to know where the aspect is. I'm sorry. My name is Kai.
Oh, right.
And yours?
Ida a river flare.
It's great to meet you, Ida.
It is an absolute honor to meet you, as you are amazing at what you do.
I try. It fail sometimes, but it's all part of learning.
No, you were absolutely right, and I'm still trying, even in death, I'm still trying.
Yeah. You're going as well. But
Isn't everybody here in the in-between?
she thinks about the information. There's some strange instances.
I've definitely heard. Especially that whole business in the Feywilds. I believe they have the one responsible under Helena's watch.
It's just quite a bit, but rumors are rumors. I'm more interested. You said you as well have the lady help guide your actions. It may be presumptuous of me to ask a performance from yourself.
Sure. Give me a moment. And she's kind of like psyching herself up, basically.
She'll boop her on her nose and cast guidance.
I am basically going to, because she doesn't have it. She has performance, proficiency in performance, but not expertise, like you do. So she's gonna give it her best shot, and I'm just gonna roll a straight d20 and add a +5 to it, and then d4. Not bad. 19 in total.
It is very beautiful.
Thank you. I believe the Archpriestess taught me that.
So you've seen the temples?
Yes, I'm actually from there.
She definitely gets like an excited look. Is it possible to ask to visit?
Of course. I believe Helena was planning on. I heard that Helena was planning on taking the heroes there who helped the Feywild to there as well. So maybe you'll get to meet them. She has no idea who.
You said you were going to accompany the heroes as well to there?
Oh no, I am merely just there at the temple to. I'm honestly just there to witness it all.
So you get to see the heroes once they arrive. Okay.
Yes.
That must be quite exciting.
Oh, it really is. Not a lot really happens here, so to have things like this, though it was completely bad that it happened, but sorry.
You are quite fine.
But yeah, I am. Hopefully, you do arrive there as well, and it is open to the public.
It was fantastic meeting you. Don't know if they give each other anything. Let's see.
I think it's normally if they seem to be, in trouble of if they have lack of food or lack of water, that type of thing.
Are you well for your travels and everything?
Yes, I'm completely fine. How about you? Just bouncing off.
I've been
She's completely flustered.
unfortunately a broke bitch. It's just performing in taverns, trying to make ends meet, But
She looks at the shiny armor and the shiny equipment, and you seem fairly.
She has performance gear. She has performance gear on right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. You don't have full armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I wonder just in case though. But...
Damn it! She believes you.
Just to add to the illusion that you're not the hero.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes. So you're completely fine. You have place to stay for tonight, and you're good on your travels.
I stay at the temple and learn from there and help out where I can. By the way, did you write that story that you've been performing? You did?
Mm-hmm.
Is there more to it?
Oh, is there?
Somewhere, Kailthas sneezes.
I just imagine. I want to imagine Summer just comes down for one brief moment, just like.
I've actually been writing a novel.
Instead of a sigh,
paint some pictures.
Instead of a sigh, there's actual flames come out.
Oh no.
I would even love to see a play about it, to be honest.
We can make that happen eventually. We will make it happen eventually.
And I cannot wait for it. Because conversation kind of continues, but eventually she does depart and kind of give that awkward wave goodbye.
She'll give her a hug.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. This is super oh my god. Oh no, she's hot.
It was great meeting you. Yeah.
It's you can tell it took all of her strength to even approach. It's probably the week leading up to actually saying all that stuff to you. But yeah.
But yeah, if creativity wants to watch stars, she'll watch stars and paint them each night and commune with the sword as well.
All right. For the stars and then for every painting and stuff like that, I'm almost thinking of just don't even bother. But for the shits and giggles.
Are we doing 7?
Not, you don't have to do 7, just do one general one.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. She probably would have rested after her performance so she can get her her little Favored by the gods back. Nice old short rest. And 2d4. And then... D6.
So 26 in total. These are... I'll go ahead and also make me a perception.
That one does not have guidance because she is focused on
Yeah, this is just
guidance
like a
in her
general...
performance.
You don't know exactly what you're looking for, so... No, I mean, yeah, you could just roll high. You start to notice, because, like, creativity would have probably, like, if this was his older self, would have probably caught it, but considering this is... For him, it's, having, like, a new experience, and, like, basically, like, in the same realm of Kailthas, of, like, losing memories of him, just, like, rediscovering what he loved to do.
Mhm.
So he doesn't necessarily like keep a certain eye out of how the stars change and how they act and things like that. But for you, even if this is like a completely different, these are not the same stars from when you were alive, just because this is a whole new area and stuff like that. But seeing them every single night and kind of like, painting them and catching them and catching the moment, you start to notice shifts in the stars. And it's strange. It's yeah, it's a strange phenomenon.
She'll make sure to ask about the shift, not to creativity. Little boy's been through enough, but to like Helena the next day or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. She kind of like looks either at the paintings or even joins you on some of the nights to see it for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also kind of like befuddled by it. She kind of like, to give you an answer, she tells you about like, normally my mother is the one that watches the stars and protects the realms from creatures from the astral sea. But seeing certain phenomena like that, it reminds me of witnessing some of those creatures, and strange that they might be moving. I will have to bring that up with my siblings.
Tell them how much you've accomplished. And how you notice things that the others don't.
It's funny. Normally I do, but my family either waves it off, and it's hard for them to see the grand picture of just the ever-changing world.
Well, here's the grand picture, Helena. And the truth of the matter, you in your domain had the first victory shown that it can be done, and people can be saved. Wouldn't have been done without you. So they all have to aspire to do the same, and they have to aspire to be like you.
She just kind of like smiles and looks at the sky. I want to thank you.
For what?
I have found myself in the past couple of days not being the goddess that I need to be, but you have definitely helped ground me and remind me that I am.
She smiles. There's no need to thank me. Everyone loses their way a little bit, and we constantly thank people everyday in and outs for whatever small things that they could have impacted. We won't have enough time to say any other words.
She kind of just gets lost in the moment.
She boops her on the nose with a paintbrush.
She boops you back with it. And creativity jumps both of you.
Yeah, no, but I start booping him, like making stars on his forehead and whatnot.
There's just like a huge paint handprint on both of your guys' faces.
Yeah.
And yeah, laughs and all that stuff. Helena does also like. By the way, on the last day of this week, I would like to take you and your group to the Temple of Eladrin, if they wish to join, and if you wish to still go.
The answer to that is he immediately got up and started like excitedly dancing, and then sat back down, like serious,
Yeah.
straight face, acting like it did not happen.
It seems
Yeah,
like
that
you
sounds
definitely still want to go.
Yes. If we can fit it within my schedule, I'm pretty sure I can move some things around to do so.
Raise his eyebrow. Smile. Also, one more thing I will tell your group as well, but it seems with the current developments, there is going to be a meeting of the gods of virtues in the domain of iron. So, I guess you will be able to meet all of my siblings, and I would ask if all of you can be my escort there, as well as the aspect from the Temple of Eladrin.
She like nods her head back and like side to side. I guess I could like move my schedule around and potentially do that as well. Like you see, she has a mischievous smile still.
Yeah. You're almost really crappy at hiding your emotions. You're good with it against normal folks who can't see that stuff, but it's really adorable.
Blushes and goes right back to the paint. Actually painting the stars. Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything anyone would wish to do before heading to the temple?
I was gonna ask how much would good wheat cost so I can get Hive Apathy on during one of these days.
To what?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask how much would some good ass weed cost so I can go get Hive Apathy before we go there.
This can't be heaven without weed.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not that hard. It's funny. It's like it's fairly also like just fairly open to the public as well, to be honest.
I say it's the Feywild. There's all sorts of things growing. Then there's probably some
mushrooms that you can take that can take you. I mean, let's be honest. Apathy would have it.
I just come by and ask like, hey, do you want to get high?
Already on it. She pulls out her staff, takes a bite out of a mushroom.
Oh, this is gonna be great. And I spend one of the days just get super high, just super baked with that apathy.
Yeah. I guess as like a group thing of like unless anyone else wants to do anything by themselves, we can like reconvene and do the shopping part of it, and you guys find Leona and Apathy just making snow angels on the wood floor of the shop.
This might be the perfect time to buy something.
Leona's like, oh my god, the floor is so soft.
But
And you see like her pupils are just like super dilated. She is out.
But yeah, unless if you guys have anything to do, go ahead, Kenny.
I was just gonna say I have some possible things to buy when we do go shopping, but other than that, yeah, I'm literally just spending time with Aminus.
All right. Real quick, Kenny, give me some animal handling.
Okay.
Pet training.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in that. What do you know?
Shit. First day is pretty rough. It's better.
3.
I took all the good rolls. I'm sorry.
5, 6.
Oh no! Come
Get bit
on!
that day.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, Katie. I didn't mean to.
It's funny. It's like it's not like he's he's biting you or anything like that. It's just like you it's kind of like teaching him commands or like tricks in combat of like reading each other's movements and like, hey, go here or help this, do this, and it
Don't
is
quite
like,
understand each other yet.
Yeah, it is like head tilts. Even just like, hey, sit boy or sit animus, and it just like completely like he's just standing, and then or just suddenly like drops and lays down. It just like literally does the opposite of training of like what you're asking him to do. So, but it's not like he hates you or he's biting at you or anything like that. It's just like
I say I could make it easier on myself and actually cast speak with animals, but no, I like to do it difficult.
The Marble world. Alright.
But yeah, would Avaris like to do anything before shopping?
Yeah. I'm assuming that essentially he only's got 3 days. No, 3 days? Yeah. 3 days of potion making. He essentially comes back and secludes himself and starts. You hear a lot of funky smells from Avaris' room. Avaris is probably the only one in the city that has not heard Kai's stories.
Just complete seclusion. Even Joey has heard about it, just like him chilling in the library and like people like whispering to each other about like, it's like, man, they should totally write a book about it. But no, yeah. If you have the ingredients needed, go ahead and make the correct checks to see if they succeed.
So we'll start with making some ink.
Yeah, sorry. I've skimmed through it, but I haven't had a chance to like fully read like the exact checks and things required in
Yeah,
in
I
it yet.
have the DCs written down. So it's an 8 for the ink,
Oof.
hilariously. Which is actually its DC for the ink, which is again hilarious.
It is so runny. You like put it on a page and it just like immediately covers the page in black.
Yeah, he's like, well, it's a good thing I'm using it for something else. I do need that ink for the mana potion. But I don't have Dragon's Blood, but that is a start. For the alchemist, I got the fire essence. I bought alchemist fire material way back, so we'll just use that up.
Yeah. If only it was with advantage. But 19 is really good. Are you using the elemental fire from the Fey Forest?
Say so.
Okay. You notice that like it is that specific alchemist fire seems to be more effective against the corruption. Like you grab a piece that you collected and like run it through like a test of that fire, and just watch it just. And similar to the breath weapon of Hubris, you see it like completely make the corruption disappear. So it seems like an alchemist fire that is specifically potent against corrupted creatures.
You see, Avaris is now very excited.
Yes,
essentially-
weaponizing.
Yep. Yep, he essentially, you kind of hear like from anybody passing the door, there is definitely a lot of primordial whoops and cheers going on.
I don't speak that language.
Hmm?
I don't speak that language.
Not many people do, which is why he does it for scientific research.
What language don't you speak?
Oh, go ahead.
Primordial. It's like,
Yeah,
I don't
no.
speak that language.
Neither do I, buddy.
For those who do speak primordial, you hear Varys cheering him. Helena's just like, that changeling seems really happy for good for them.
I don't know with my 19 if I was able to get any healing herbs, which was the red Anthea mushrooms to make a healing potion.
Go ahead and make 2 nature checks for those, or survival, whichever one. Oof, not the first day. Oh. Considering it was in the area of like that you were looking specifically with, you know, the destruction of, you know, like the corruption and Hubris's breath weapon, it's pretty much all gone or unusable.
Yeah.
Or at least it'll take
In
a
that
few
area.
days after the fire for mushrooms to grow back.
Yeah.
That is very fair, and right. So the only thing I'm missing from the mana is the dragon's blood. Okay. That is
Say.
all.
Going off of someone who's gone mushroom hunting, after fires are actually a really good place to get mushrooms.
Really interesting. I guess it is really rich nutrients now everywhere. Yeah, no, that's Avaris kind of comes out because he needs more supplies, and you see, before he can, I guess he could mask it, but he's really tired right now, so it's like the bare minimum of cover up. He's literally looks like he's got dark circles under his eyes.
Alright. But with that, you guys go to the Diamond Emporium.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, where you see Leona just getting baked.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure she's baked still.
Yeah, Leona actually just high right now.
Be a lot more agreeable.
A few more minutes in the oven. We just gotta turn up the temperature. Not baked yet.
To help in let me move you guys to here, whereas you guys see these 2 individuals just making snow angels on the wooden floor.
Yeah.
I'll move Varys. Go.
Kailthas being completely dumb. Where did they get snow?
But yeah, you guys walk upon this situation.
Should we be worried about heart attacks with them?
No, it's fine.
I mean, aren't we all already dead?
Yes, that doesn't mean that we can't continue to die.
Kai actually presses where her heart is to see if she can feel a pulse. I don't think we ever did that.
No, we had. Avaris did try.
Okay.
Our bodies are essentially like our bodies, but just reconstructing as well, I'm assuming.
One other thing I forgot to mention was you see Dove and Joy in the back, like also just making potions because Apathy totally like it's fallen behind on that, and Dove just also decided to help.
You okay over there?
Cause.
You okay over there, Joey? You look like you're missing some health.
You just see bags under bags, and I have been reading all of the things.
Hey, could we buy something?
Thumbs up. She's just like, of course. She like slowly gets up. All right. What do you need?
Yes. I'm looking in particular for 3 items, and I'm trying to see if there is a nice Broke Bitch bundle discount for it, potentially. I'm potentially looking into a Cloak of Displacement, possibly some new armor, plate armor, and then potentially, how you have weapons that deal extra damage?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, if it exists, a shield that reduces damage.
You just like have that moment of realization as you went down that list that she's just been staring off like past you, and then like as you finish, she just looks at you and is like, "Sorry, what was that?"
You had agreed to give us a discount. One of the things that we buy today.
Make a deception.
Do I get advantage because she's Blaze?
No.
It's actually not that good.
That's the thing is,
Does she succeed because that was Silvery Barb's bitch?
Even with the the fact that mentioning the discount thing, she knows you're full of it. Of just like, listen, you might be thinking, oh, she's high, she can't do that. Listen, my secret is that I'm always high. Okay.
I'm always high, Cap.
I'm always high. So, nice try. That's really cute. But I can't. I'm down to give a kind of a discount because you guys are kind of cool, but I can't give like a huge discount because luxury will have my ass.
Every bit helps. Apathy.
Right.
Breaking the fourth wall. She has immunity to haggling.
Just over that.
No,
It's tough.
how every bit helps. I almost died like 3 times trying to save things. Everyone here almost died, but I know me at least 3 times.
Aren't you guys already dead?
I just looked at Kai, just like, why is your head so huge?
Why is your head so small?
I don't even know anymore.
But what did you want again? Sorry. What? Oh, so too many voices. In my head right now. First item. What is it that you wanted in that listy thingy?
A Cloak of Displacement.
Okay. Let me do that first. Where is my... Well, she's looking through her notes. Where the fuck is my... Oh, there it is. Cloak of Displacement is... Enemy's potion shield. Cloak of Displacement. She seemed to can't remember what the original price was that she gave to you, like when you first asked. Though I doubt she would even try to remember in character. I'm pretty sure it was high up there though, not 1,500 gold exactly, but considering you almost died in a couple things and then you saved the Domain of Wind and your besties with Helena, 1,100 gold.
Okay, I'm not taking it yet because I'm still trying to tally up some things. Plate armor.
Plate armor. That's... Well, it's not necessarily our specialty here, but we definitely have some. But to fit it to yours, it would have to be... Well, I mean, I can do the enchantment to make it fit. DM trying to remember how much plate armor is naturally.
I was gonna say, do you even have enough? It's 1,500.
Yeah. 1,500 would probably be the exact, because I'm taking off the enchantments in order to have it fitted to you. So yeah.
And do you potentially have a shield? Because weapons can be enhanced to do extra damage, but do you have a shield that can reduce damage? Or is it just one that protects you better?
I can make it do it. Because I'm that awesome. Finger guns at
How
you.
much? How much will it be, Miss Awesome?
You can just hear that for just staring at the roof. Let's see, that would be a resistance basically, not +1s or anything like that, just pure resistance.
Something like I can roll to reduce damage potentially.
Ah,
On a
gotcha.
shield. Because you know how to roll an additional D4, D6 or something for additional damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just kind of
Go ahead. It's essentially like a shield of absorption.
I don't know what that is.
It just absorbs damage and just like you said, reduces it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, something like that.
I can definitely. I would probably charge the same price as if you were gonna put an elemental effect on a weapon, but considering you're not picking necessarily an elemental effect, I could say it's cheaper, and plus I'm really good at it, so it doesn't require as crazy components for making it happen. So 600 gold.
15, that's 3,200. Let's see. Out of character, I'm trying to... Okay. My Amulet of the Devout. If I was to sell that to you, and some chainmail, how much can I get for that?
Amulet of the Devout. I forgot if that one was... that was uncommon. Pack Keeper, let's say the same as that. You would probably get 500 back.
That'd be like 500. Okay. That's down to 27. And chain armor is not much. Or chainmail.
She kind of also has like a moment of like, well, yeah, she'll definitely buy the chainmail off of you, but she has the moment of like, before she does the plate armor stuff, and she's like, aren't you one of those like Eladrin people? And wasn't Helena gonna take you there?
Yes.
Why don't you just ask them for armor? They have really cool armor there. Pretty sure they, you being a follower of them, they would probably hook you up.
Sounds like an amazing deal. Do you think that they can do the same with the shield there?
No.
Okay.
They just have base stuff. They normally come to me for enchanting things unless it's one of those cool moonblade thingies that already have the stuff enchanted in them.
The shield and the cloak of displacements. Can I buy those two and sell you my amulets of the devout?
Yep, that'll be fine. And if they are stubborn about giving you plate armor and crap like that, you can definitely come back and I'll, do that stuff.
Sounds good, thank you.
Alright. Next.
I guess I'll go next. I go up to the counter with Aminus close behind, and Aminus gets like almost up onto the counter, and I go, I'd like to see if I can fit my friend here with some barding, if you've got it. Essentially looking for +1 animal barding.
Handy animal. Protect animals' heads, necks, chests, and body. Ah, I see.
And it also, I believe, increases their carrying capacity because they have pockets.
And happily sees like Annis get on the thing. It's like, no scratch marks on the thing. If Luxury finds that scratch marks on there, she's gonna have my ass. So no. But it's kind of the same issue with the plate. I don't think. Well, I might have some stuff that's like, because Fey creatures, the Fey creatures always like to fit their animals with armor and stuff like that, though it's normally natural stuff. I'm not really good at armor, though. Like, it depends. If you want the natural stuff, we can do that. If you want the actual armor stuff, you would have to go to the Domain of Iron and ask Planexia for that kind of crap. So it's kind of up to you.
Well.
I can give her a heads up and just have it prepared and put in the order.
I suppose that'd be fine.
All right, she'll have the price ready for you because I don't know any of that crap.
And then I had another idea, but I'm like, I don't know. So I kind of messaged you about it. But it's like, so I have money and I can buy things, but I already deal enough damage.
Yeah, it's like, give me a moment too, because adding, it's kind of just doing the arrows again and just like the ammunition to add more damage, because considering the item itself is a special item, and it's also hard for an aspect to change it considering what it's made out of or what it's from. So
But yeah, that's just me just being like, okay, let's add a D4 here, a D6 here, a D8 here. Fires one arrow, does 93 damage.
But yeah, it's up to you if you wish to buy those type of arrows. Well, I mean, the other thing you can literally do is just buy one of those weapon and charm thingies, and they automatically put that on your bow, and you don't have to worry about ammunition.
Oh, that's what I was talking about when I was talking about the elemental enchantments is the charms and
Gotcha.
paying the price to actually get the additional damage.
Gotcha.
Because I believe you had it set at 800
for the next one, yeah. Or just adds the effects. I mean, yeah, you could totally do that.
I just didn't know how that would work with the if I actually get the elemental damage from the daily roll.
I thought you were talking about like the enchanting the weapon itself and adding the plus D6 cold or something like that to the weapon itself and not the charms. But no, yeah, you can definitely do the charms, and that because that's not. It's kind of indirectly affecting the weapon itself, and you can take it off and put it on. Yeah, you could totally do that. Which element do you want?
Let's go with cold.
Okay. And then the $100 one, or $100 gold.
800 gold. Yep.
That's what the cold enchantment adds to it as well for the first shot that lands.
Okay. So now at 631 gold. Oops. And I believe I used up all my potions, so if she has any potions available.
As you say that, you lean over and you see Avaris leaning over. It seems like Dove and Joy are literally making standard health potions. They're kind of like restocking on their supply, just because they, from you guys buying some if you did, or like just the general public of, like some of it going to the military effort. So they're kind of like just working on the general potions and restocking on those. But it's like Apathy's like, yeah, we've been kind of working on that for all week. It's we've pretty much gotten restock. So if anything you guys want to add or want specifically, we can definitely provide.
If you can definitely provide health potions, that would be fantastic.
You're buying it. Specifically points you out. Listen here.
Well, you say you were providing, but I'm not buying right now.
Listen, I'm high as fuck. You woke me from my nap. You took my best blanket.
I apologize. I greatly apologize, but you made a valid statement when I needed to buy some plate armor from the temple, and I may have just enough. And I might have been like, saying I was a broke bitch before, but after this, I will actually be a broke bitch.
Avaris kind of just looks up Don't worry too much about healing potions. I'll get some.
Quick question. How long until Leona starts coming down?
It depends. Go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Alright. I was curious how long until I start coming down.
But what were you saying, Noelle?
Oh, I was just gonna say, don't worry too much about healing potions. I'll buy some as well for the group to distribute them. I've managed to make 2 before that I didn't use because I was a giant ape.
Oh, so I rolled a 6.
Yeah, you're pretty high still. I mean, like, if you want to chill around until it comes down to buy stuff, you could totally do that. Or you could have already bought your stuff before, considering you've been hanging out.
I was just here hanging out with Apathy. I just want to know how long I have until I come down. Hey, Apathy, do you want me to... The next time we're out, do you want me to go find you a kick-ass blanket?
That would be awesome, but I have my backup blanket, and she pulls out like a cloak of invisibility.
You are full of surprises and are one of the most cool people I know.
She also like kicks the floorboard from under her, and it just like immediately opens a compartment that had it, and she pulls it out.
Hey, DM, I have a question.
What's up?
So the radiant arrows that I was currently using, if I have that enchantment on there, those wouldn't stack, I believe. You would
have to use those separate arrows.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think at this point, because the cold damage, you said it was only the first hit, or?
Mm-hmm. Well, so the extra effect of like the first attack does extra cold damage, or like a 1d6 bonus cold damage, so it's the and then the cone effect, I believe all around, I'll say all around it gives the 1d6 extra cold damage.
It's just the extra. So yeah. I was going to say, can I sell the remaining 8 radiant arrows?
Sure. You only get 40 gold each back, though. Okay. Resell value.
So 320 gold back.
How many arrows did you guys buy?
Sure, you used quite a few in that battle, so.
Yeah.
You sold my gift to you, Kailthas?
Reselling gift and. I'll wait. When
I'm just gonna remove that off of my resources.
Yeah. When Kane comes back, he can do his buying and stuff like that. Or wait for if you guys go to the Domain of Iron and go visit Planexia. Also, a reminder for Kenny: the potion of revivification is gone from your inventory.
Yes, I will remove that.
Okay. How many potions did you buy, Avaris?
Of healing?
Yeah.
I'm going to get 2, so there's 4 that I can distribute to the party.
I would like to buy 2 of my own potions of greater.
Nice. All right.
Let's see. Those were how much a piece in your thing?
Let me double check. Potion.
I gotta open your link
greater
here.
Healing potion is 200 gold pieces, so it'd be 400 in total. There. And then standard health potions are 50 gold.
Alright. Do you think Avaris kind of looks up at the group and says, do you think we need more healing potions? With the 6 between the group?
I I looked within myself and I got a new spell that might help.
Can't find
Delete
greater
the
healing
need.
potions.
For that, so we should be good, I think.
Alright. If I don't need to buy more, I do have 2 strange requests. I'm not entirely sure that your store will have them. But do you happen to have a vial of dragon's blood?
She kind of kind of looks around and just kind of the general thinking, processing, thinking.
We probably can't see her. She turns around with the invisible cloak.
Yeah. Well, she has it around herself, but not her head. So you just see a rotating head. I seriously doubt we have. I seriously doubt we have that, just because there's not a lot of dragons in this area. I know Planexia definitely has some because she has her little pet dragon. So you can definitely get it from her. The best place to find dragon's blood that is potent as all hell is the Domain of Fire.
That's fair.
They have dragons up the wazoo over there.
Interesting. So that's not a hazard to the residents.
Shit, did I not come up with the NPC name of that shopkeep yet? For the Domain of Fire? I know I have the artwork.
That is a really nice name. Yeah, we'll remember it later.
Alright, listen here, you. Disadvantage on your next.
I was trying to help you out. No.
Listen here, you snarky little.
Not just fair. It was a stretch, anyways. But I'm sure we'll find dragon's blood eventually. The other strange request is, I once saw my master use this and with deadly accuracy. You wouldn't happen to have a ring of shooting stars?
I do have that, actually. She pulls up her sleeve and you see her tiny hands, and and she has it. She's literally wearing it.
You know, it's probably a good way to keep things safe. Very smart.
Let me check out what it is. I know what it is, I just can't remember how much it is.
It's in the top tier price range.
Very rare. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
I would say. I would even go slightly lower because you get, like I said, you guys have been cool. So either 15. Yeah. I'd say 1450 actually.
And that is very reasonable. Well, thank you for your generous nature, apathy.
She just puts her sleeve back to where it's just long and dangling, and or hands you the ring first and then rolls it up. Or rolls it out, I should say. Yeah, it's no problem. Considering you guys brought this war thingy down, it's less work for me to do for a while. Or, well, once we are finished rebuilding and things. So. But, yeah, don't you guys have a thing tonight?
Yes, I believe we do.
All right. Well, have fun. I guess I'll get back to helping Joy and this dove lady with potions. And then you hear the longest sigh ever. She goes back there.
Varys is kind of like gives an indignant look. You dread making potions?
Leona just take that as her cue. He's like, all right, bye, Apathy. It was nice getting high with you. You're really fun.
Fantastic getting high with you. Also, if you ever want to get that high down, take one of these. And she like tosses like a little mushroom that helps you get into normal thinking, so people don't try to get discounts from under you. Looks like high.
Hey, with impulse control, she just eats it immediately. It's just like, what?
Pale lady.
Apathy, I'm going to let you know that whether you were high or whether you weren't high, I was going to try either way.
And I respect that. I don't like it, but I respect it.
You would like it if you were on my side of things.
That's why I really
don't. But I really don't like almost dying, so I will try to do anything not to.
Fair.
Again.
Fair.
It's a pleasure meeting you, Apathy, and I hope we do see each other again.
And I hope to see you guys in the future as well. And I hope you buy less things, so it's less for me to do.
All right. That sounds fine.
That's to keep track of, though.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get high with you. High feels all.
It was fun getting high with you.
Avaris?
Yeah.
Horned
It was
lady.
just yeah.
Joe, you look like you got so much stuff. That's good.
All the scrolls. Do you see him like as you look back? You see him just passed out, face planted into this.
Is he high too?
Oh no, he's totally just dead tired.
I guess high off of knowledge.
I can definitely tell.
I'm ready if everyone else. Avaris, you got everything you need?
Indeed.
You got.
And you also see Avaris kind of come close to Kai and say, "What are we doing tonight? And why did nobody tell me?"
Yeah, what are we doing? Oh, wait, what's going on?
That may have been my fault because I distracted her. Helena was going to come to us to gather us. We were going to meet together, and they were going to take us to the temple to meet the other aspects.
All right, bitchin'.
I think you should drink some water, Leona.
Oh yeah. Oh, also, this is probably the first time you guys are seeing what Leona actually looks like too.
Yeah.
You see Kai is not even registering it still.
Yeah. They're just like scratching their horns.
Please drink some water. I feel like we should potentially be on our best behaviors. Like question mark looking at Leona.
I only promise to try.
So imagine your best behavior. No. Imagine Joey's best behavior and try to act like Joey.
Like I said, I only promise to try.
All right.
But yes, I apologize. I distract some people sometimes. It's a flaw.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have something going on in your mind, Leona?
No.
Those mushrooms are potentially kicking her ass, guys. We should
They helped me come down. I was doing great. You were a giant head. Anyways, let's go do whatever.
All right. One thing I forgot to do. So for Anthonie, when Kai was communing with the Moonblade to explain to me how she was doing so.
At a room at night before I'm going to sleep or trancing, she knows a lot of people actually spend 8 hours anyway, so she'll probably spend at least minimum 4 hours actively with her sword, and then probably 4 hours in the trance with her sword. She would have been like sitting crisscross applesauce, just kind of on like a nice soft pillow or silk pillow or something like that. Nightgown and her blade across like her hand, and trying to focus into the blade itself, and thinking about Zillife, thinking about her journeys, thinking about Illustrate's teachings and guidance, thinking about why she fights and the aspect, not because you name some things, names confusing, not thinking about the person, the aspect creativity, but thinking about the aspect of creativity and art and beauty, and whatnot. Yeah.
In that moment of like trying to like commune with it and just like general, it kind of like, it's funny, it at the end of it all, it always points towards where you believe the temple is, but every time you tap into and trying to like commune with it, you have that like those memories of Zillife, and like you said, spending time with her, meeting her, and if you want to like to the players, explain like that interaction.
I think I'm a bit confused. Interaction of
with Zillife.
What is that?
Like, what was the relationship like? What was like the memories, and just to the players so they can understand who she was and how important she was.
So like Zillife, she met this elven woman. Kai met Zillife, this elven woman, in a tavern one day, almost in the same aspect that she just met Ira, I guess you can say her name, Ira. Kai was impressed with her performance and would definitely go to the tavern and enjoy it, in between her doing her missions and gathering information. Zillife actually took note of Kai herself and immediately became one of those, that extroverted friend, on this introverted friend, just like running up, hugging him, getting used to different things and showing him the world. But eventually Zillife became like that older sister to Kai. Anytime Kai was in a room, she's always had her under her arm, hugging her, would not let like Kai go essentially, and Kai just let it happen eventually, and then she just kind of knew that was going to happen, because that was essentially her sister. They performed some things together, but Zillife, she was part of an adventuring group, and she would leave every once in a while, and eventually Kai came across the teachings of the deity that she basically not necessarily like worships or follows, because she's not like hey, I am following Corellin, Lorethan, or however the god of elves, and we must praise his name constantly. It's more like she found the teachings of Illustrate and uses it for guidance and tries to find her own way in life. And then there's things that they do to honor that. But yeah, Zillife was always there, and Kai was like the teddy bear that was being dragged around, essentially. But she ended up lighting up more and more, but Kai only ever opened up to Zillife like when they were alive, because she always felt she had to remain hidden in a sense and lie to herself or lie to other people, but she actually opened up to Zillife, and she was like the first person she like truly and completely like trusted, I guess you can say, outside of her immediate family members.
All right. And with that, yeah, you kind of remember all those moments, and but it's strange because it's the Moonblade still doesn't quite give you access to it quite yet, but it still points towards the temple. But with leading to that, you all regroup with Helena and head to the temple.
I assume we had a moment to go and clean ourselves up and everything before such an event.
Yep. You definitely can wear your Sunday best.
She gives you another, each and every person, another good magical cleaning real quick.
Hang on, I have a
Prestidigitation for you, prestidigitation for you, prestidigitation for everyone.
Yeah, especially Leona because she smells like strong ass spay weed.
So Kailthas puts on a nice attire.
Nice.
Nice.
Avaris solves all problems by putting on a mask.
Leona will, and gas, put on a dress.
Oh.
Gills and everything.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, she puts on a nice, like, bright green dress. And heels.
Kai, you know for if there is a temple of Illustrate that they are overdressed, not in the fancy sense, but in the too much clothing sense.
Yeah. See, Kai's stuff is essentially very revealing, but at the same time it covers up, important bits, I guess you can say, at the same time. Like the, not this exact picture or anything, but if you imagine like a gown like that it's kind of like see-through and stuff like that, and like silk white, she's wearing stuff very similar to it.
Here's the thing, Leona just looks at it, she's like, nice, and just keeps on her business. Yeah, Leona just looks, she's like, her mind just automatically friend zones you. She's just like, nice.
Remind me for the moon sword, you can summon that at will, correct?
The moon, yeah, the
Moonblade.
that's my Hexblade and stuff, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure, for reasons. Don't worry about it. But yeah, as you guys travel,
We're getting attacked.
As you guys travel with Helena and small escort and stuff like that, it's towards like the north of the domain, and you start to see like almost a cliffside, and eventually you guys get to the location. It seems like it is outside, carved into the mountain itself, or at least into the peak. You see many people in the same, like fairly close to the same attire as Kai, and you see all eyes are on you guys as Helena is leading the pack, and
Just doing testable spells.
It's Helena in same type of guard.
She's in her full, her normal armor.
Yeah. Gotcha.
As she is a friend of Eladrin. She's not necessarily like a worshiper, because or you're worshiping your friend at that point. So they have the same, they share the same type of domain or ideals, but she obviously is more less revealing, as you can say. But as you approach, Kai, go ahead and give me a perception.
We are not guidance. Cool. Yeah.
You see Ira. And she is like, she literally immediately recognized you, and this is like, just open mouth, just astonished. I'm just like, holy shit, I was talking that realization. Just the inner fangirl.
She gives her a nice sweet smile and stuff. And like, actually like a nod. Cause is she like far away or something?
She's kind of like in the middle of like close to the crowd, but not like to the front. But she can, it's a nice viewing basically. Of like she can see you guys arriving. And
is it possible I break off from there?
Yeah,
quickly. Okay, yeah, I'll actually just break off and go up to her. Pleasure again, Ira.
What? You're. She looks around to see everyone's like, why is one of the heroes talking to? Kind of looks. It's like, I didn't know. I'm kind of speechless.
If to say to like her friends around her, if you guys have not seen her perform, she does like the chef kiss thing. It's fantastic.
She kind of gives like the smile, like from Avatar. This is the shit eating, like totally.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the complete procedure here, so I'm hurry back up with the group. But
yeah.
If I see you around again, Ira, I will come speak with you.
Yeah, of course. It's just like
a little bow again.
She awkwardly bows back. Complete nervous wreck.
I just look at it like, look on, don't be nervous. I'm sure your performances are just to die for.
Thank you. Also from another hero.
Yeah. So you're so short. You're gonna do great. You also look very nice tonight.
As you guys proceed, the first aspect you run into is this individual. Similar to Helen, of like white long hair, though she has like bluish hues to her. It seems like she is a caster at heart, and she kind of introduces herself to you all, and it's like, "Hello, my name is Recovery," and curtsies.
1 second, to type. Pleasure, Miss Recovery.
Pleasure to meet you.
I wish I was more available to help all of you recover from your battle. But if you ever find yourself in the Domain of Wind again, we do have amazing places to wind down. We even have a spa.
Oh, is a spa episode coming up soon? Miss Recovery, I do. It is an honor, and I do hope we get to hang out on terms where we don't need your assistance. Hopefully we won't ever need your assistance, but
even in needs of mental stress, I can help with that as well.
Hey,
It looks like
who
Kailthas.
has mental strength?
Yeah, who here has emotional damage?
Hands over to Kailthas. Big neon sign saying
Whoa.
emotional damage.
Looking around, why is everyone staring at me?
Yeah.
She'll actually look towards Kailthas and say, as for your friend, she, it seems like I will be the one that will be watching over her. And also helping in her recovery. But Helena will also explain more about her condition or her being here and what she is to us. But be assured that she is not quite a prisoner.
Please do take care.
She nods and bows. Please continue. I believe another aspect has been waiting to meet one of you.
Yes. Pleasure again.
As you guys proceed. Eventually, you guys reach the middle of the temple and see the altar to Eladrin. And you see the full moon is out and reflecting on the waters. In the middle, you all see this individual as she gets up and approaches you. Kai, you immediately recognize her blade at her side as a moon blade. But as a fairly interesting, has a fairly interesting look to it.
Takes note and walks up and bows to her.
As she bows back. Welcome.
And when she bows as well, she kind of like presents her moonblade kind of forward with the bow, I guess you can say.
She takes it and she takes note of it and just like looks at, like analyzes it. It's like this blade has gone on a very long travel. It has seen many things and has many stories to it.
There's some unfortunate ones, but we focus on the good ones.
Even bad experiences can teach many things. As she hands it back to you.
And takes it.
Now, how can I help you?
I wanted to visit. It's my first time ever being able to come to a temple and find out more, want to commune and get some answers to some things.
Well, we can definitely try our best to assist in that.
I also, one of my friends, actually everyone I feel will be able to get some experience. I'm not trying to force them upon anything, but I'm sure there's some answers here for everyone in this party. They only ask the correct questions.
We can definitely help in any way we can.
I believe we were also summoned here.
Yes, though it was more of a formality of meeting all of you that will be traveling with. As I don't know if Helena has told all of you, but it seems that the gods of virtues have been summoned to the domain of iron to do talks about what is currently conspired here. And with you all, is to escort Helena there.
I assume Helena has already filled you in with what we've told her so far.
Yes. All aspects here know of what's going on.
You had a name?
Oh, my name is Hope.
Pleasure. Hope. Formerly, to meet you, my name's Kai.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat thing. But she kind of like looks to all of you, and like as you guys introduce yourselves and stuff like that. If any of your friends wish, as you said, wish to ask of us of anything, you may do so.
Perhaps if we were going to be staying here for the night before we leave to escort a meditation spot, this seems like an amazing pool to attune to us. A ring that needs moonlight or starlight.
This would be one of the best places for it.
I'd say I don't know if Kailthas would openly ask for assistance or wait until she's alone to ask for the assistance.
Avaris, you need the moonlight. Leona, you mentioned a question to me before I wasn't in a position to give you the answers that you need.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe you were searching for something.
Actually looking for something myself. I just don't know. I don't know if I'll find it here or in the domain of fire. Because so far that seems like where all the answers are point me to.
Well, you might not be able to find your answer here, but you can definitely find ideas of where you're headed.
Thank you.
Kailthas, I know you've been going through a lot. If you need any assistance, you might be able to find at least guidance in the correct direction. But again, if you don't want to ask it here, then I won't force anyone.
You may also ask me privately, as we will have a small banquet in your honor for saving the Feywilds and your heroics.
He kind of like looks down. Well, I'm willing to try whatever it takes.
And that is the important part, is trying. But as for you, Kai, is there anything you wish to ask of me in this moment?
Is she like the archpriestess here or something?
Nope, she's head priestess.
Head priestess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to do something to honor the lady for guidance and assistance along the way. I want to say a proper prayer for my sister. I don't know if you know my blood brother or not.
Unlike Helena, I cannot see your paths, or your past, your present, or future. But I do see that you are definitely looking for a better future. And you are headed in the right direction. But we can share with you what is currently happening in your situation. I believe Helena told me about...
Myself?
Yes.
The changes?
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to figure that out as well. There's been changes since coming here. I look like I do from the outside, but there are subtle changes here and there, and some that are not so subtle.
We've seen similar things happen to others, especially when they reach the in-between and arrive here. We happen to help those souls move on and move into Elistrae's arms. But it is a hard task for Shadar-Kai, considering they find the attachments to the mortal realm. If you wish to learn to look into the mortal realm much clearer, you can, but do be careful. It might not be things you like.
There's a lot of things I do not like, but I have faced in my life. I doubt things will change now, but that is what we strive to do. Change it to things that we can like, but we won't know where to start or what to change. We don't gaze upon potential sadness or potential tragedies. She was briefly kind of like scared, but quickly stilled herself.
Just be careful not to let it control you. To lose yourself on your journey.
She nods.
I do see the potential in you of stealing yourself and being prepared for what comes, but like I said, it will be difficult.
That I am sure.
The best way to look into this is the way we know how. And I believe the Archpriestess would love to help you in that. And as she says that, you see an individual coming from the side of the main altar, and she is in basically like full-plated armor, similar to Helena's and Hope's.
Mm-hmm.
She is wearing a helmet covering her face, but she also has a similar moonblade to Hope.
That's fucking badass moonblades. You are coming out. Looks at her damaged armor and stuff like that. I don't know when the proper time is to ask for it, but
We will provide you with the armor, but in this moment, you know which dance you need to perform.
right here and right now, or
She nods.
any clearing? Okay.
And you see a couple individuals bringing out a set of armor for Kai, basically fitting her with it and putting it on for her.
As she's dancing?
No, well, obviously setting up for the
Okay.
so it's basically you two are going to the Archpriestess and you are going to, because similar to the fight on the boat, it is going to be a battle dance. So
Dance battle.
dance battle, let's go. I was immediately thinking it like before this. I was like, it's gonna be a dance off. Let's.
Kailthas pulls out his flute.
Is it bad that I imagine Can't Touch This coming on?
It's a bad accompaniment, apparently.
I get to add a +2 to that, so.
No, it's good.
So, for Kai, this is how this is going to work. Both of you are going to make an
Oh,
attack.
the music.
Yeah. I'm glad you noticed. This is how this is going to work. So, both of you are going to make an attack roll. The highest attack will hit the other, regardless of, like AC and stuff like that. It is more or less not to harm, just to, land such blow or, outperform the other.
Use a flattered blade or not.
Yeah. Well, it's you guys are still using your moon blades, but you guys are also trained enough not to, kill.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
Stab each other.
Yeah. Even if there's people on hand that can, bring you back.
Okay.
But go ahead and give me a roll. Performance and an attack roll.
Okay, my performance are at advantage.
Yep.
Performance.
Okay. Un momento. Checking things. Roll 2d20s. Because what's the +2 again from? Oh, the guidance.
My guidance stuff.
Yeah. So first one is both of you are going to be using. Well, actually, give me 1 second to check if she actually has. She doesn't. Okay, so hers will be without guidance. But in this instance, you will only have the guidance on the first one.
Yeah.
So
That's off now.
she got a 23 in the performance.
Nice.
So you now for the attack.
Blade.
No, yeah, it's included in the show.
That was one roll.
That was a 19 for her. Explain how you land the first, or parry and land the first blow.
She's measuring her opponent first and let her kind of come into her, and then she just like gracefully spins off the attack, and then lightly kind of hit her along the leg, because we're not trying to draw blood or anything, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like, if this was an actual fight, she would have started off with like taking care of their tendon, messing up their movement and stuff like that, but just kind of gracefully lands on the leg. And then she just keeps like swaying her hips, waiting for the second attack.
And in that moment of like landing that blow, you blink, and you have a moment of similar to the dream you had in the Domain of Iron. You see the pitch darkness. You hear your two brothers, and the pain of your third brother being carried by them.
Her hand starts shaking for a moment from scare, but she quickly stills herself and remembers she's already seen this vision before, and she must focus on what's ahead of her here and now.
All right, give me one more performance.
Take off guidance. Oof. She shook.
That's
Silvery bar.
I mean, you totally can.
I'm doing it.
As you do that, one moment.
She starts singing out of nowhere in the middle of this fight.
She starts to, as you kind of like, she notices you're shaking, and then you like come back and then see her coming strong, and then distract her enough to where it throws off her performance, but it is slightly better than yours, as hers is in total of 13.
Okay.
Give me an attack.
Of course, I give myself advantage with silvery barbs.
Yep. She lands a blow on you. That's a 25.
Nice.
She kind of also like does the same thing you did to her, and is sizing you up. There's almost a familiarity to it, but it's hard to see in the moment. As she lands the blow on you, you kind of like get yourself back, and then you have that moment where you blink and it's the darkness again, and you hear the verdict on what is to be done with your brother, and you hear him crying out, asking for mercy.
She's heard torture before, but it's a bit different being that it's her brother. And she dips briefly into her drow background to be impassionate and say, this is just another person screaming. And she opens her eyes after that blow just landed on her. And she looks at the priestess in front of her, and she just serious, focus, but give a slight smirk, because this is a performance currently. She makes a mental note of what happened and to think about it later, but how elves are able to access different things in trances.
Mm-hmm.
She's storing those feelings and revelation for later. switches up her dances a little bit because she does not want this priestess to completely get used to this.
All right, go ahead and give me a performance. Ooh. All right, give me an attack.
Silvery barbs her.
Second. Yeah, all right. Same roll.
Do I... 4, 3. She's going to dip into her favorite by the gods.
Oh.
I think she might still win. 25 to hit.
25. That's all a one off.
You're breaking up?
One off. She got a 26.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a plus 10 on those.
Damn.
But with that natural 20 performance, I will say that you are able to, as you lose the positioning, but with the performance, you are able to dodge out of the way of her attack. So that she doesn't land the hit on you, but you both you don't land the hit on her.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to make sure I don't have some sorcerer
shenanigans.
Yeah.
I believe it is still 1-1.
Why is things freezing? Give me 1 second, please.
Gotcha. All good.
I found the original stuff I had wrote for it, so I just posted it in chat
gotcha.
in case someone wants to read the original.
Go
You
ahead.
tap into success and failure ability check that fails.
Go ahead and post that in the.
Let's reroll.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. That's for ability checks.
Just for
So,
YouTube
yeah.
purposes. All right. Okay. In that moment, you, as you guys clash, and you're able to dodge out of the way, and but she's able to parry your attack. You have that other moment of darkness, and you again hear the transformation of what the verdict was, and that your brother will be turned into a Drider. And you hear the process.
How she acts, I have to have the dice actually roll to see how she will react.
Gotcha. Go for it.
So this is
Performance.
the next performance.
Yep.
And then the attack.
Okay. Oof.
Because that one was actually well, either one I'm pretty sure it's a success.
Yeah.
She uses that moment to embolden herself, that pain that she's hearing, the grotesqueness of it. She's seen the process happen before, because they submitted her to watching a process, on another one. And as a some tears drop onto her blade. She goes in to strike, and the priestess goes in to block it. Kai unsummons the blade, spins underneath, and then resummons the blade and goes across, flat end of the blade, but goes across the back of her spine.
She kind of like stumbles a little bit forward but goes back into dance. But that is another hit. In that moment, for the rest of this, you basically start hearing the noises that you've heard many times before, but in this moment it is someone that is familiar to you. You hear the whips sounding off every once in a while, and the screams of someone you care about.
It's starting to turn her stomach, but she focused not on the screams. Currently, she's storing that for later, and she's focusing. It's fucked up, but she's focusing on the rhythm of the whips, and she's matching her dances to snapping to the cracks of the whips.
Alright, give me another performance. Yep, you beat it. Go ahead and give me attack.
I don't want to fucking... I don't want to silvery barbs her just to get advantage on the attack still. Let's just go. Ugh, I should have done it.
Oof.
That's 22.
Mm-hmm. One of the cracks was especially vicious that she heard, and that brought her out of the focus for a moment, and she gets clipped. Except then she silvery barbs that bitch. Reroll.
Did you do it? Alright.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need the advantage.
Well, unfortunate, but it beat by 1. So it still happens, but you do get the advantage on the next one. Alright.
Okay. But she has like a +10 to hit?
Yep.
Oof.
Alright. You still hear the same noises. You hear the tearing in the flesh. You even remember the type of whip that is used, which is drenched in a poison that is meant to actually heal the body as the whip goes in to the skin. But the specific way the healing process works is the person feels every single skin returning back to normal. So every little muscle returning back, they feel that exact process. Go ahead and give me a performance. What was that? Oh god! Uh-oh.
Nat 20s is kind of gonna get today.
Yes. Yes, it
I
is.
all of them.
Alright, go ahead and give me possibly the last attack roll.
Silvery barbs, of course.
Yeah, be petty.
Ah! No! Alright, explain how you land the last blow.
She's dancing there, like twirling around each other, and then this priestess goes in for a deceptive blow that would catch a lot of people off guard, and Kai is not there. I will actually spend it just cause. But she starts fading in and out of existence, blinking around this woman. Then you see 4 different versions of Kai pop up, but then she pops up directly over her. She doesn't lunge down with the blade, but she instead goes down first, sweeps her, and then like catches her in the dance and continues dancing with her.
All right.
But she disarms the blade.
And in that moment, you guys complete the dance, and you have a moment of processing and breathing, from what just happened. And go ahead and give me an athletics.
This is my next D20 roll, so I have it with advantage because silvery barbs.
That's fucking amazing. Holy shit. Oh man. She matches it. As
But she didn't nat 20 it though.
She didn't nat 20 it, but she matches it, and that's what matters, because in a moment as you turn around and you don't get your ass knocked to the ground basically, but you feel it's funny, and you feel what you feel is so nostalgic, and you feel the same segment in the spine ache from every time you got hugged like this. And the helmet falls off, and in that moment, and you just hear, "It's good to see you again, Marshmallow."
She stares in shock for a moment, but tears are streaming down her face. And she just goes in and hugs her deeply. I missed you. I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Was the silvery barbs really necessary?
Yeah, you're fucking good. But...
You've grown so much.
To go and bring her in for more of a hug. Tears are still streaming down, but she's not talking at all right now.
And in that silent moment, that's where I'm going to call the session.
Nice.
All right. That's a good session.
I was almost here. Michael's just in tears right now. Are you alright there, buddy?
Hey. Not today.
Get back in there.
You son of a bitch.
You got me with the creativity. You got me with the creativity, Tony. That was your only free one.
I've been keeping that to myself for fucking months now. Holy shit. Oh man.
She's the archpriestess. And she has her blade too. So I don't know if you guys know how moon blades work, but they are essentially kind of passed down once one person dies, and a part of them kind of is in that blade. Even though Zil wasn't blood sister, again, she really seen her as a sister. and the blade Kai uses is her blade, Zilla Face, because it's a moon blade.
That's cool.
I hope you guys had fun.
This was awesome.
I really like that.
It was great.
I do kind of wish I remembered my original stuff for the dream when it happened.
I did spring it on you, so that's my bad. But it is
I just
kind
want
of
to
like.
say,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. I just want to say, I just loved how I just looked back. I got to do shenanigans with apathy.
Yep. Apathy's a very fun character for me, so I'm glad it just.
Now Leona is friends of stoner aspect.
Yeah.
And I gotta get some good boy moments with Aminus.
Yep.
Out of all our sessions, those are the most wholesome.
Yeah.
Until it wasn't.
Until it wasn't.
It's a mixture of like wholesome and not, because like she's listening to her brother being tortured and whipped and stuff, and it's like, oh, steal yourself. And then it's her long lost sister.
I hope you liked it, Anthony.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if you ever had that thought in your mind if she would be here or things like that, but
She died, and for some reason, I did not think it.
that.
Not
I
even
was like,
sarcastic.
yep, I know. Every time you brought it up, I'm just like, I want to commune with the blade and get,
yeah, I'm like, she's in the
talk to her.
blade. Like,
She's in the
fucking
blade.
talk to me.
Talk to me,
It's
damn
pointing.
Talk to me. Every time you mentioned it, I've just been sitting there going, she can't because she's you're gonna run into her.
It's pointing to the temple. No, I said I want to talk to her every night.
So, yeah, she's gonna have that moment of just like, did you really have to like spam call me?
As much as I will silver you barbs you constantly. You answer.
You know how many times, just in case, I had to tell the other followers of, do not mention me by name, just in case they fucking ran into you. I really wanted it to be a surprise. And I'm glad it was. Oh, man.
Yeah, you did say she came in plate armor, and again, it didn't even like register, plate armor helmet.
What the best part is that I was even questioning you throughout the couple weeks of like, what type of class is she? What race is she? What type of paladin is she?
Like, I definitely thought that was like, build up and stuff like that, and for later on reveals, I didn't think it was going to be here.
It was going to be this, literally.
I'm dancing almost naked, and here I am fighting someone in plate armor, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's fine. It's just the regular priestess, whoever this priestess is.